Jesus Christ, reading this thread I can't help but think my own personal whatever it is might be one of these. Quick rundown of what's going on. Tall, dark man, wears a plague doctor's mask. Comes to me every night between the hours of 3 and 5 a.m. I can't speak, move, etc., I can only move my eyes. He stands right at the side of my bed mostly, sometimes he's hovering directly above me, can't always see him perfectly. Fucking talks to me, usually about my activities or general thoughts throughout the day. For example, he's asked me about my writing, what I want to do this summer, how I'm going to live after I eventually move out, when I nally go camping, etc. He knows I can't answer and just prattles on for maybe 10 minutes a day, usually gives sound advice if I need it. He even knows when I've told people about him and has called me out on it before, but doesn't mind so much. This has been going on since August 2011 and only in the last 6 months has it become a nightly thing. Used to only be every couple of nights. I've also had some really fucked up paranormal encounters where he's come to me alter the fact and told me things about what it was I saw / heard / whatever. Sometimes he'll even warn me before I go places or tell me about things I didn't even know I was near. I don't think he's evil by any means, but I can't really say he's my guardian or some shit. He just seems like a friendly passerby that won't leave. Pic related, closest thing Google Images had to him. Same anon, still bored enough to be on X, bumping with a couple of stories. Condensing them as best I can, but there are 3 of them and I have a deadline tomorrow so I'm going to make this quick. If anybody gives half a fuck, feel free to say so and validate my existence. A friend of my mother's is moving into a new house, her husband is away on business. And she's pregnant. Asks me to help unload stuff, set up the house and clean. The neighborhood isn't great, so she asks me to spend the night because she doesn't want to risk anything happening while she's alone. I get an airbed on first floor in the living room that has sliding glass doors leading to the backyard and no curtains to speak of. The house has been giving me the creeps all day, lots of clunking and shit coming on the pipes. Can't sleep, end up laying there until about 1:30 a.m, there is literally no sound coming anywhere. Suddenly I hear the side door opening in the kitchen 20 feet away. I'm frozen fucking solid and in a cold sweat. Can hear load shuffling heading up the stairs, pretty sure it was plastic grocery bags. Goes up and never comes down. Don't sleep, my doctor friend visits at his usual time. Says only one thing to me, don't move. I can see him sort of glide off into the other room where the staircase is. A minute later and there's this ungodly screeching coming upstairs followed up by the violent clunking of the pipes earlier. Don't sleep all night after that. The next day the pregnant chick wakes up, her own air bed was on the other side of the living room in the corner, and tells me I look like shit. Explain to her what happened last night. Calls bullshit but is still a little freaked, sends me upstairs with baseball bat. Shit's a fucking mess. Windows were broken, there was a hole punched in the wall, some of the boxes were ripped up by what looked like a dog or cat, the fucking toilet seat in the upstairs bathroom was snapped in half and the back lid of the toilet was completely gone. Didn't ND anybody or anything though. Call the cops Nally. They tell us it was probably just some hobo looking for a place to crash. That day the chick's husband comes home and I go back to my own place. That night when the doc comes for his nightly checkup, he tells me I was lucky I didn't open the closet when I was up there. Don't even fucking go back to that place. July 2012, the couple moves out. 3 weeks later, some dude is killed at the place and it makes the local paper. Clawed to death by a bear in the backyard, there was no fence and the place is near the woods. Once again, the doc comes and tells me it was no bear. My fucking face during the whole ordeal. And another. June 2012. Perfect weather to go in a woods. Decide to fuck it and camp behind my house, since this is a fairly woodsy state Washington. Gear up, go out and set up camp about a mile out. All goes well until nightfall. Fucking shit, I forgot the ashlight. Why am I so autistic? Like an idiot I go back to my house to get one. Easily make it back even in the dark because I've been out this way a million times. Grab ashlight and the lantern, then head back outside through the back door. Standing at the edge of the woods is this motherfucker. Like, I don't even fucking know what it was, certainly not an animal around here. Long ass legs, down on all fours, skinny as shit, long neck, no hair anywhere. It's standing right at the start of the path I always use to go in a woods. And it's looking right at me. Jesus fucking Christ, that is a big mouth. Slowly back up to the door, not taking my eyes off the thing. Open it up and go back inside, lock the door, shove a chair in front of it and turn on all the lights. That night I don't even lay down to go to sleep. The doc comes anyway, I'm frozen in front of my computer. Don't go back. Don't go back into the woods for 2 days, leaving all my shit out there. I grab a couple of buddies to come with me because I'm a pussy. We get to my campground and there's nothing left but my torn up sleeping bag. No trace of anything else in the area, no footprints, no markings, nothing but the cotton on my gutted sleeping bag. Last story, coming up. Last week. Try going urban exploring because I'm a dumb shit. Had this one place pegged for the last couple of months, posted on X before about it. Wait until nighttime, grab gear, my camera is dead though, picture is about 2 months old, took it when I was out scouting for places. This is about half a mile away on my house in the opposite direction of the campground in my previous story, so I gur there's no chance of running into it. The night before the doc comes to me and tells me to be quiet. Spend all day wondering what the fuck he meant. Shrug it off and set out for the warehouse. Get inside, loads of old equipment laying around, all rusted to hell and back because the roof is shit and leaks like a horny bitch. Really deep inside there's this makeshift skate park, ramps, and crap made of wood and chunks of concrete. Really wishing I had my camera right now. Suddenly footsteps. I duck behind a pile of crap in the corner by one of the doors. 2 guys walk in on the other side of the room dressed in black, talking about I don't know what. Another guy comes in from the door to my left with a black plastic bag. He greets the other 2 coldly, then throws the bag at them. The 2 open it up, whisper something to each other and throw it back. "Null part." The guy with the bag says with a heavy Irish accent. "Ale in place for the delivery." One of the 2 in black just nods, the other has his cell phone out and is typing something. Irish guy says it's been a pleasure, gents, then turns on his heels and leaves the way he came. The 2 guys in black just stand around for a few minutes, seemingly for no fucking reason whatsoever before leaving. All this time I'm scared out of my mind, no idea what the fuck just happened. I wait another half an hour before leaving just to be safe. When I get home I call the cops but they never follow up. Trying to sleep that night was a nightmare, didn't stop doc. You need to stop sticking your nose in where it doesn't belong. I know you aren't trying to, but you simply must put in some effort against it. Still haven't bought a new camera so I can go back and take more pictures. And I still don't know what the fuck the doc is. Few things happened to me out on X. One recently was up in Shoalwater. To the Yanks that have been in the training area, they'll remember the urban facility. It's a little town over about a half kilometer made out of Conex and modified shipping containers. Complete with doors, functioning windows, a realistic marketplace and even a complex sewer system accessed from various buildings and streets around the facility. Water came up to your knees, full of cane toads, snakes, and even a few eels. Greentext in effect. 2011 Talisman Saber. Enemy party, playing an enemy SF call sign, chest rig over bomber jacket with baseball cap accessories and all that jazz. Bloopers situation has detected elevated radiation levels coming from sewer. Blooper's mission is to conduct cordon and search of UOTF by night in order to locate possible radiological threat. Night falls. Have a pretty good working relationship with Platoon Sarge. He walks up, tasks me with patrolling the sewer. Wants me to cap as many cunts as possible down there and then die in place. I thought cunt.exe. Open up trapdoor, climb down ladder, water just below junk at this stage. Pitch black, no NVG. Sounds of lapping water, toads doing their thing croaking and shit. Wait on re-up, using Shoalwater $8 as a handheld torch. Have a rough idea where I'm going. Reach about the middle of the sewer complex, big room shaped like a spider's web, connecting tunnels branching off in all directions. Plan was to duck down another tunnel when they start wading through and conduct acting withdrawal for a bit before dying. Lean against a wall, switch off light and close eyes for a bit, listening to the water lapping about. Decide to wait for sound of choppers, they usually chopper insert when raiding the facility. An hour or so passes. Gradually, the noise from toads starts to die off. Water still lapping about though. Movement around my legs. Ick on light. Metric fucking shit ton of cane toads swimming every which way, trying to climb on me. Raise a bit, look ahead. More toads literally climbing and swimming over each other to get away from one particular tunnel. What the fuck? Shine light down tunnel. Light disappears into darkness. More what the fuck? Start to hear soft, ragged breathing from the tunnel. Shut off light, close eyes, and open mouth to try and hear better. Ragged breathing continues, definitely not coming from me. Open eyes, switch light back on. Breathing turns into hoarse laughter, like a patient with terminal lung cancer. Laughter increases in volume and ferocity. Hear sloshing, as if something is moving down the tunnel. Call out our army's warning we use when breaching with friendlies nearby. Our lads and those that have worked with us will know it. It echoes down the tunnel. Sloshing stops. Silence. Toads still milling around my knees. Suddenly hear the voice of my mate repeating the warning back up the tunnel. Exhale a pent-up lungful of air. About to answer back and give him a bit of shit when another voice from a errant bloke in the platoon repeats the warning. Then another bloke, same warning. Then a different bloke. Then more, all errant people, some I don't recognize. Voices get louder. Start overlapping each other, as if they're singing in an out-of-time choir. Start to get a bit worried now. Voices abruptly stop, as if someone cut the cord. Silence again. No movement around my feet now. Quickly shine light down. No toads. Bring re-up, shine light down tunnel again. Shape in the light. Sickly wet form stooped down in the tunnel, body is a writhing mass often drills with a set of round yellow eyes that keep shifting place like a chameleon. Freeze for only a millisecond, blink, not believing this shit. It screams in Sarge's voice. Die in place. I bellow in fright, off safe and dump a mag of blanks into nothing but air. About to turn and bail down the tunnel I came from. Rapid sloshing water behind me. LT's fucking chasing me. Panicking, grunting, screaming, falling over trying to wade through the fucking water and all the fucking cane toads. Die in place. Reach the ladder gasping, quickly sling gat and start yelling out to anyone whilst climbing up. The cunt grabs my boots and pulls me down. Slam my head into one of the horizontal rungs. Go under the water. Can't see shit, massive weight pressing down on me, both legs and an arm pinned. Feel repetitive blows around my midsection, like something is trying to punch through the rig. Mule yells from above the surface. Getting grabbed around throat, can't breathe. Grab clasp knife from pocket with free hand. Start desperately slashing and stabbing at anything I can. Thrust it into something and can't get it loose. Start to black out, lose grip on my knife. Light from above though the water, think it's heaven. Weight relinquishes and inverts my knees as it bails off me down the tunnel. Surface gasping, suck in as much air as I can. Hear panicked voices and mates yelling down. Sound of rapid moving boots on the ladder. Look up to see my mate grabbing the shoulder of my chest rig, trying to pull me towards the ladder. Grab the fucking ladder, cunt. Grab on, climb up as fast as I can behind him. Burst through the trapdoor, gag a bit, vomit, someone unslings my gat, sits me down. Chaos going on, headlamps and torches everywhere, bit of yelling, someone tells someone to fetch the medic. Blood pissing from forehead. Soaked through. Clothes and chest rig shredded. Gasping for air. Looking like a fucking abortion. Did you cunts fucking? Mates chime in. We all heard your voice, bro, heard you yelling. When we came near the drain we heard Sarge tell us to stand down and go to bed. Came from the sewer, man. Yeah. We opened it up, shone our lights down and saw a shape move in the water, next minute you surface. What the fuck, bro? I take in a few lungfuls of air. Something down there, man. Blank stares. Fucking bunyip, bro. They snigger, call me a shit cunt, pick me up, dust me off, and we walk back to our connexes. Walk around for a bit, some people still up and milling around, decide to try to ND out what happened. Apparently the blooper attack was called off during the night due to OHNS situation in sewer. Nobody knew I was down there. Try to ND Sarge, to ask him WTF. Politely ask platoon commander where he is. Sarge was tasked at lunchtime with a Jackie run in Rocky. He's due to return the following morning. Rack out with an ass load of questions and bad feelings. Wake up a few hours later, my clasp knife has been placed right in front of my face on my stretcher, few drops of that stagnant sewer water on the stationed in Okinawa, Japan. For those of you who don't know, Okinawa is an island south of Japan literally covered in US military bases. Be stationed on the smallest MC base on island, sleepy little base called Camp Courtney. Nayung IE.pdf. Get put on a temporary base security detail, get a job as corporal of the guard, basically just sit in a little guard shack with an office and a TV watching a radio, and if anything goes wrong, you go take care of it. Quiet Thursday night on duty. Pissing rain, sucking wind, thunder, lightning, etc. Get a call from a sentry on post about a young girl dressed as a walking into the jungle by the gate. WTF.exe. Immediately assumed it's something weird, duh. Get my Beretta, pepper spray, flashlight, radio, etc. It's raining even harder. WA2 area where this girl was spotted. I should explain that Okinawa was where the null, and one of the bloodiest, battles of World War II took place, and hundreds if not thousands of civilians were killed, so I already assumed it was a ghost or some shit. Get to gate. Fucking soaked. Talk to the sentry about what he saw. It was a short local girl in white, she looked like a nurse, she went down that trail along the gate. Already knew that the trail led to these tombs. For those of you who aren't familiar, in Japan there are these big tombs everywhere, and it's extremely disrespectful to trespass, people say you'll be cursed and haunted if you do. There are some tombs on base that are off limits to all except family, there are signs that say off limits by order of the commanding general and everything. Well, that's not good. Walk up to path, shine ash light into brush. Nothing. Cry out, ask if anyone's there, no one. Tired, wet, and a little spooked. So I just say fuck it and go back because it's probably a fucking ghost anyway, lol. Tell the guy it was probably a cat or something, there are wild cats all over Okinawa. Yeah, fucking great. Lol. Greater than 2 hours later. Sentry relieved, different guy at the gate. Sentry radios, tells me he saw someone walking into the brush. God damn it. It's like 2 a.m., windier than before, still fucking pouring. The guy had no idea about what happened earlier. Go check it out again. Ask the sentry if it looked like a nurse. Yeah. Okay, at this point I'm a little more curious, so I tell myself I'll actually go in this time. Get up there, cry out, still no one. Step over some bushes and go into the jungle. Immediate regret, but decide to keep going. It's so fucking dark, flashlight just makes it creepier. Remember that there are a lot of snakes this time of year, lol, also big ass banana spiders. Pretty scared. Tell myself I will keep going until I see the sign. They're big red and yellow signs, you can't miss them. It's a lot darker in the woods but also seemed a lot quieter. I think the rain must have died down a little. Trail is going back a lot further than I remember. Sign should have been back there. I can't even see out of the jungle at this point. I'm so far back I can barely tell if I'm on the trail or not. I'm fucking lost. Really starting to freak out. Tactical pause, take a deep breath, tell myself to stay calm, I could be getting shot at, things could be worse after. Hear a soft moaning cry. Sends chills down my spine, stricken with fear. Ask if anyone is there, it gets louder. Keeps getting louder, seems like it's getting closer. Feel presence walk immediately behind me. Say fuck this, walk away from crying and whatever was behind me, which is further into the jungle. In for or retarded. Feels like I'm walking on a hard surface instead of mud and standing water. Turn on flashlight. It's cobblestone. You're fucking with me. Look around a little more. I'm within 20 feet of a giant tomb. Please, whoever is buried here, forgive me, I'm lost. Crying is still same distance from me as it was before, like it's following me. Stand there because I don't know what to do. Frozen with fear, crying is getting closer. All of a sudden. Blow eop cog, this is Echo 3 Alpha radio, check over. Jump 30 feet in air and scream a little, as well as shit self. Radio went off loud as fuck. Roger, Emma Charlie, out. Put the radio away. As I'm putting it down I notice the crying stopped. Look back up. Nurse girl is standing there at the foot of the tomb looking at me. Sends a million chills down my spine, more scared than ever. She's a short Japanese girl, must be early mid-teens. Pale as snow. Instantly turn around and run out of there. Keep running until I finally get out of the jungle. Completely different area than where I came in. Make it back to the shack, soaking wet, super shaken up. Next day I tell everyone. Guy who has been on island forever says he's seen this nurse before, same with some of his buddies. Ever since my lights in my room will turn off by themselves, hear random knocks on window, no one there, things will get knocked over, etc. Still live here, still haunted AF. One day my lights turned off, my roommate and I both saw a black figure, first reaction was to take a picture. Pic related. Feel nauseous and get goosebumps every time I look at it. No, it's not fake.